CE. I am so excited to be with all of you here today, but mostly I am excited to be with this amazing woman, Charity Nix. We have been friends forever. I kind of think we're sisters because my parents are from North Dakota. You're from North Dakota. We're both blonde, so I just kind of think, but Charity is an amazing presenter, an amazing educator. I've worked with her for many years, and you are in for a treat because she's going to talk to us about computer science and cybersecurity because you can't be too safe out there, right? Tell us about it.
That's right, Tammy. Cyber is one of those things that could be very scary for some people. This is not to scare anyone by any means. I just really want to get the information out there and show educators and students and community members what is possible. Because we know that cyber is really a deep threat. It could be scary for some. It can maybe kind of be creepy, kind of like this picture, and it's definitely not transparent. So if you're not familiar with what cybersecurity is, let me explain what that is first of all. It's the practice of protecting networks, systems, programs, data from criminal or even unauthorized use. So you'll see it in many, many different places. And so I'm going to share with you just some stories from North Dakota. I work for the North Dakota Department of Information Technology, and under that umbrella I work for an organization called Edutech. And so I'll explain a little bit more about that as we go along. But you might be wondering why bad actors might be targeting North Dakota. North Dakota is not typically the place where people want to go visit. It's cold during the winter. We just had a huge 3-day blizzard. But in all reality, North Dakota has things that these bad actors want. For one, we have lots of oil in the northwest part of our state. We have a K-12 network that goes all the way across our state and makes connection to all of our K-12 higher ed and organizations throughout the state, as well as a great aerospace presence as well. So there are things in North Dakota that these bad actors typically will look at. Now, you may know who this is. If you are not familiar with who this is actually North Korea's supreme leader, Kim Jong-un. And you might be saying, well, why are you showing us a picture of this man? Actually, it's kind of scary when you think about it, but North Dakota Information Technology detected that North Korea was attempting to get into our statewide network and talk to our students in our schools. So when you think about that, it's very important, and this is one of my passions, is that I really want to emphasize that cybersecurity and computer science is an essential piece that should be notified, identified, learned, and used in K-12. And so when you think about technology, technology is everywhere. It affects every single field. If you have a smart home, all of us like to have that Alexa and telling Alexa to turn the thermostat down or to turn, a certain song on while you're in the kitchen cooking. But technology is everywhere, and you may not think about it as much because it's just a natural part of our life. But it's in the medical fields, it's in space, it's in aeronautics, it's on our devices that we use in the classroom. Disney even uses technology to create all those movies. So when you go to a movie theater, think twice and understand that there's a lot of technology behind that. So in North Dakota, we have an initiative that's called the PK20W initiative, where every student, every school is to be cyber educated. So this is preschool through kindergarten, all the way through our PhD students. And the state of North Dakota sees that safety and on the internet, as well as our citizens' information, is absolutely essential for our collective future. And so to rise to the challenge, we've created a comprehensive statewide approach to cyber across educational systems and even workforce organizations. And so what we're doing is we're including cyber education from kindergarten all the way through PhD in every school and every classroom, which is really exciting. So when we take just a quick look at, this is so complex, this is just a small piece, but we're working across silos. And for those of you that are in education, in government, in business, you know what those silos look like. So we have more than 40 different organizations that have come together for this initiative, including our governor's office, the Department of Public Instruction, the National Guard, Cyber.org, Code.org, Palo Alto Networks, which are some of our partners that we are with, as well as Microsoft, Esri, NCWIT, and so many others. So we have K-12 agencies, higher ed institutions, and even cabinet agencies and private industry that are all a part of this great statewide initiative. What it allows us to do, and this is where my role and my team's role comes in, is that we work with the teachers and the students. So there's cyber education for educators across the state, which also allows us to help these teachers acquire computer science and cyber education credentials on their licenses. This also gives the teachers curriculum to incorporate in day-to-day instruction. So we're emphasizing that it's not just for the computer science teachers, which in all reality, in some schools in North Dakota, and I'm sure across the United States, not every school has a computer science teacher, but we don't want to deprive our students from not having these skills to be career ready. So we're bringing this curriculum into the everyday classroom for our teachers to be able to help our students develop these skills. And I love this picture. This is actually a couple of second graders that were very excited. Our CIO, Sean Riley, was going to visit their school that day. And these students programmed this robot to meet him as he walked into the building and escort him to their classroom, where he got to see firsthand these second graders coding in their classroom. And it was just a great experience. Now, one of the other things that we have in the state of North Dakota is that we have a program called Cortex XDR, which is available for all schools in North Dakota. And because we are such good educators, and those of you that have taught digital citizenship know this, that we try to get our students to understand not to click things that they're not sure what it is. We, along the state of North Dakota, along with Palo Alto, had to partner to create this video so that we could help our students and schools and teachers to understand, yes, we really wanted them to click on this. So let me share this quick video with you that was created.
Hey everyone, it's Olivia from the North Dakota State Superintendent Student Cabinet, and some of the other members and myself have important news to share.
So you know how the schools are always telling us to never, ever download or install any software onto our school Chromebooks?
Yeah, it's like under penalty of being banned from lunch or something, that we're never to click install. Like hackers are just waiting for us to innocently install a fun-sounding game.
Well, Cecilia, the truth is there are bad people out there looking for ways to get onto your Chromebook, and from there get into the school's computer systems and mess everything up. I didn't realize that could actually happen.
Sure can and does. But I think most of us have gotten the message, right? Don't click to install anything, especially when it's on a school Chromebook. Wow, does that mean I shouldn't download my class assignment? Not funny, Landon, but here's the funny thing. We want every student to do something legendary right after you watch this video. It's kind of crazy, almost revolutionary. Just click and install the anti-malware file called Cortex XDR agent sitting on your computer's desktop, probably right here.
Yeah, go ahead. Move your cursor over the file and give it a click. Wait for it. See? Nothing exploding or anything.
Thanks to the North Dakota Information Technology Department, every student Chromebook is eligible to get this super smart software that prevents any kind of virus or anyone from infecting our computer.
And I think we all know about viruses. So, for just this one instance, installing software is cool and totally approved by school administrators. Mr. Bear,
That's me.
even the governor.
It's okay to click.
But remember, every student needs to install the anti-malware to make sure their school computers are secure.
Which helps our tech guys keep school computer systems and everyone's personal information and records super safe. If you don't see this icon sitting on your desktop, notify a teacher or the tech department to get it downloaded for you to install. Hey, it takes a village, right? Or at least every North Dakota school full of kids like you and me.
So just this once, you have permission to go ahead and install the anti-malware software sitting right on your desktop. Who would have thought doing something so easy could do something so good? Just click OK
And secure your day.
I love that video. It is so fun. And the fact that it was created by our students, actual real students in the state, along with our governor chiming in there and some administrators as well, really helped us to
More than
bring
one-third of
this
undergrads at Creighton University
important
complete research before
information that we
graduation.
wanted
So you'll
our
solve
students to
real-world
have.
problems.
Sorry about that. And so it was a great initiative and a great video, and it really did work too, in that our students did get the message and they understood it was okay for them to go ahead and click and install that. So here are just a few of the partnerships that we have in this PK20W public and private partnership. So again, some of them that I listed at the beginning, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about some of them specifically, but we have so many partnerships. And what's great is that these partnerships have now, because of the initiative, have started working together. So myself and the team that I belong to with Edutech, we are spread out all over the state of North Dakota. So we provide technology support and training to all the K-12 schools in the state. There is not a school that is missed. One of the first, perhaps the most important initiative that came out of this PK20W initiative was the writing and the approval of state computer science and cybersecurity standards. North Dakota was actually the first in the nation to integrate computer science and cybersecurity. And now we have other states that are coming on board and contacting us to find out how they can also incorporate cybersecurity along with the computer science standards that they may already have in their state. Now, the standards also laid the foundation for our computer science and cybersecurity credentialing. This is something that we have the ability to do within North Dakota. And so Edutech, we are approved by North Dakota Department of Public Instruction to provide professional learning classes for pre-K through 12th grade teachers that will qualify them towards obtaining these computer science and cybersecurity credentials. Now, we focus primarily on the level 3 and level 2 courses, and the coursework has been recognized and is allowed to be counted as electives at Bismarck State College towards their stackable credentials. So this is really exciting for us. The level 3 primarily pertains to the lower elementary grades, but anybody can have that level 3 credential. And the level 2 credential is focused more towards the middle and high school areas. But you will see that once they get these credentials, the various types of courses that they will be able to teach. So again, it's not just for computer science teachers, it's also for regular classroom teachers. So these are the courses that we offer from Edutech to help certify and credential our teachers. And again, these are key only because of the partnerships that we have with those different organizations. For example, Cyber.org, we offer these specific courses here, computational thinking, cyber society, middle school cyber teacher, high school cyber teacher, elementary cyber teacher. And then we also are able to use Minecraft in education as part of our credentialing, which is exciting because I also love Minecraft in education. It's a great learning tool as well. But then also our partnership with Code.org, where we have computer science fundamentals, which is geared towards our elementary teachers, our computer science fundamentals, which is geared toward, we have a deep dive with that too, but then we have our computer science discoveries, which is more geared towards the middle school, and computer science principles. And we have additional courses coming as well, more of an AP type of course after the computer science principles. So these are all courses that we are able to provide teachers in the state of North Dakota to help them acquire this credential. Another great thing, like I mentioned earlier, about these partnerships is not only are they partnering with us in the state of North Dakota, but these organizations started partnering with each other. So as a result, Cyber.org and Palo Alto Networks created a career pathway from K-12 to higher education. And so this is geared towards students 5 to 15 years of age, which gives them a whole pathway of learning in computer science and cybersecurity. It is a great initiative. Some of you may know who this gentleman is. If you don't know who he is, I was very excited and honored to be able to meet him and work with him while he was in North Dakota this past year. This is Hadi Partovi, the CEO and co-founder of Code.org. And he recently, this last summer, presented at the Governor's Summit and also kicked off our Ignite ND conference, which is our statewide cybersecurity and computer science conference. It is happening again this summer, June 6th through the 8th. But while he was in North Dakota, he also met with North Dakota legislators, educators, business and industry, higher education personnel, and educational agencies. And that really sparked some more momentum for what's going to be happening in the state. And some of the themes that emerged from these meetings with all of these entities was a graduation requirement for computer science and cybersecurity. He feels that it's very strongly needed. So that's something that we're looking into. It is not in place yet, but that's a possible theme that may be coming down the road. Another one is additional funding for teacher professional development. And you as educators know that we can't just throw these things at educators and expect them to know what to do or how to integrate those. And so that additional funding for teacher professional development is also one of the things he feels very strongly about. Another initiative and theme that came from these meetings was the need for a statewide computer science cybersecurity plan. And so part of our PK20W initiative has sparked that as well. So this is all very exciting things that are ongoing to this day and continuing to grow in the state of North Dakota. One of our partners, Cyber.org, we have been a partner with Cyber.org since 2018. And EduTech was recognized as the first certified state training partner, which include training teachers on computer science and cybersecurity curriculum and equipment for K-12 students, excuse me. Now, if you're not familiar with what Cyber.org is, it was formerly known as the National Integrated Cyber Education Research Center, also known as NICERC, a little bit easier to say. But they're a workforce development organization that targets K-12 students with cyber career awareness. And again, there's so many people that aren't aware of what cyber careers are, what are out there, the possibilities. And so the United States Department of Homeland Security, along with CISA, has a grant that funds this Cyber.org organization. And so now there are currently more than 18,000 teachers across the 50 states and 3 US territories that are enrolled in Cyber.org. And this is available for K-12 teachers at no cost because of this grant. Now, I'm not going to get too far in detail about any more of our partnerships or these different partners that I've talked about. But if you are interested, I am going to be presenting at the NCCE virtual conference next week. And these are 4 sessions that I will be doing. I'm going to do a specific session on cyber careers. So there again, if you're interested and want to know more about what types of careers are out there in cyber, I can share those different career possibilities with you. And just note that currently there are over 500,000 cyber careers that are unfilled in the United States right now. There is a huge gap. We don't have a lot of people that are prepared or have the background to fulfill these positions. And so that's something that we're looking at with our initiative as well, as getting these students the skills necessary for them to be career ready and take on some of these different careers that are out there. I'm also going to be doing a presentation on cybersecurity and cyber.org. So if you want to know more about cyber.org and the curriculum that is there for teachers to be able to bring into the classroom, please feel free to join me during that session, as well as learning to code with microbits. We're going to be using a little bit of code.org there and using microbits if you've been familiar with those. And if not, it's not intimidating. It's not scary. So I would love to see you there. And again, I will be doing a more in-depth, detailed presentation on our PK20W initiative, where every student, every school is going to be cyber educated in the state of North Dakota. So I appreciate you guys giving me time. I want to leave some time for questions if there are any, Tammy.
Of course. Although Noreen has been saying she appreciates how clearly and easily you've been explaining this, because as she so wisely notes, cybersecurity can be very overwhelming to grasp. So
it absolutely can. And being a former classroom teacher, I honestly have to tell you, I never thought for a million years that I would ever end up in a cybersecurity environment. It didn't exist really when I was in school. So, these are those careers when I always said we're going to prepare our students for those careers that don't exist. Well, here they are, and I actually have held a couple of those roles and continue my path down cybersecurity. It's one of my passions.
Yeah, and it's easy to see that. The quick question, the times that you've posted there, are they Pacific, Central?
Those are Pacific time, I believe.
Okay,
yes,
cool. That's what we thought. Now, here comes the big question. This is from Mike Higley. How easy or hard is this initiative to duplicate for other states or educational organizations? And are there any resources to help us get started that you could guide us through?
That's a great question, Michael. Fortunately, for North Dakota, we have that statewide network, which helped us. So all of our organizations are very closely connected. But I honestly don't think with the right plan that it can't be done. Again, our first step was to write those standards, our cybersecurity and computer science standards, which then led us to the next step where we're able to help teachers get credentialed. So, making those steps, once I'm guessing that any state could really do it if they wanted to.
Would it be possible for you to share the standards with us? For those of us who are looking to write those, it'd be great to have a guideline.
I don't have the direct link right now, but I can absolutely share it with you, Tammy. You can look up North Dakota computer science and cybersecurity standards, and they should be there. Give me 1 second and let me see if I can find them real quick, and I can pop them in.
Oh, that'd be great
for you.
I know that I've been to Common Sense Media, and they've got some good stuff on cybersecurity. We've used it for digital citizenship for our students, but to actually see some standards that you have created for that would be really cool. So do you require your students to go through like a digital driver's license or something?
Right now we're working on digital credentialing. But our students, they get access to, the curriculum through the teachers. So they're learning these skills. The teachers are the ones that are getting the credentialing. So they will have that. But when the teachers are preparing their lessons, we're also encouraging them not to only look at their content curriculum standards, but ISTE standards and the cybersecurity and computer science standards as well.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, the ISTE standards are super powerful. Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah,
that's terrific. Yeah, Noreen is saying that she was wondering too, that's where she was going with her question about the curriculum. How do you build it? How do you create it? Wow, that's fascinating. So Charity, did we lose Charity? It's possible. I feel like she's not here right now, but that's okay. Charity is going to be presenting at our NCCE conference, which is coming up this is Thursday, in a week. On April 21st is the first day of it. And if you want to join us, it's virtual, so you don't have to travel. You don't have to worry about hotels. Just go to this web address, ncce.org/conference 2022, and go ahead and register. And you will have amazing presenters. You saw that Charity has 4 different presentations that will be happening, but she's just one of many. We have Ken Shelton as a featured speaker. Actually, he's our keynote. We've just got some amazing speakers to share with you. And I see Charity is still on, but I'm not seeing her video feed.
Hey, Tammy,
there you are.
I'm sorry, I got lost for a minute.
It's totally fine. I was just talking about the conference.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We've got, I think NCCE, we've got Ken Shelton, right, is keynote. And who else have we got keynoting?
We've got Jeff Bradbury.
That's right.
He's a featured speaker.
That's right.
And there's so many great speakers. I'm excited to actually partake in some of these sessions myself, in addition to presenting. But yeah, we have some fabulous, fabulous speakers with great, great topics too.
Yeah. And the nice thing is that some of the sessions get recorded. Yes.
Yeah,
so
I
that
believe
you
they're
go
all
back.
going to be recorded. Absolutely. And so it's not just that specific time or that date. If I'm not mistaken, we will have access to those for a year.
Yeah, which is amazing for a low price. So just be sure that you go to this web address down below, ncce.org/conference 2022. We're going to be posting that all over the Twitters, the Facebooks. I use the article because that's my 90-year-old mother always says, I'm on the Facebook. Okay,
On
good.
the Facebook. Okay.
On the Facebook. We'll be on the LinkedIn and on the TikTok. So
Yeah,
we'll
right.
be pasting it all over. Charity, any last pieces of advice that you can give us? I see. Clock hours and credit are also available. Thank you. I had
Yes.
forgotten to mention that. Oh, Mark Sparville. That's right.
Oh, yeah, Mark.
We had Mark on here a couple of months ago talking about SEL, social emotional learning. So a lot of
Absolutely.
great speakers. But
Phenomenal.
give us some last. Why should someone come to NCCE to the conference? Charity, you've been. Tell us
I
why.
have been, and I will tell you, it is not intimidating. It is a great conference with a lot of rigor and a lot of information, but it is applicable. And so whatever you're looking for, you're going to be able to find it. And everybody is so personable and willing to help out and share their resources. So if there's any ideas or topics that you're really interested in, take a part, connect with those people, you stay connected, you build these relationships that are amazing, and continue to grow in your own professional development.
That is what it is all about. Well, I think we're close to the end of the hour. So Charity, you are on the Twitter. Oh, there is a great website there. Oh, there's the North Dakota website. The one you found for us.
Those are our standards.
Awesome. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that into the YouTube as well. So they've got that live. Okay.
Perfect.
So thank you for being here with us
You're
today.
welcome.
I have been super excited to have you on the show, and I'm so thrilled that you are a featured speaker. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here and honored to be a featured speaker at NCCE. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, Charity is just absolutely amazing. If you go on to ncce.org and look up professional learning specialist, scroll down and you'll find Charity. She has been training. Oh my gosh. How long have you been training for NCCE?
Over 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. So a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information, and just a beautiful person. Thank you for being
so much,
here
Tammy.
with us tonight, Charity. I really appreciate it. And thank all of you for tuning in. And thanks to those of you who are watching the recording, because we do get a lot of watches on the recording. Share it out with everybody. We're going to be doing that on social media, but you're welcome to share it as well. Use it for PD in your own classroom and schools, because NCCE does offer the best free ed tech PD and the best conference. So until we see you next month with Darren Clay. Darren Clay is going to be joining us next month on Live from NCCE. So thank you, everyone. As I tell my students, be good, play nice, don't fight, share your toys, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Charity.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Tammy.